Alright, what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD. Wanted to hear back in PlayStation Source. Your rent is almost due. It's due tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay that, but also make sure to check out the PlayStation Plus Essential Tier games that will be added to the service with your subscription. You'll be able to redeem these 3 games that we'll go over here in this video. However, they did a very interesting thing here where usually the last Wednesday of the month, which is right now, they release the Essential Tier and then they do a mid-month type of refresh. For this month, not sure because we have a presumed, hopefully, PlayStation Showcase in the works later on this month. Who knows about that really in September, but they have also given us the Essential games and the Extra and Premium games as well for the mid-refresh. We're going to cover those games on its own separate video a little bit towards the middle of the month because those games are available on September 20th, but if you want to know those games early, you can go check out the link below in the description where they have the Essential tiers up top, and then later on in the bottom of the page you have the Extra and Premium games for the mid-month refresh that will be on September 20th. So this video we're focusing on the Essential games that everyone gets at any tier with the Essential tier, and later on in the month we will cover the Extra and Premium tiers that we'll be getting in the month of September later on in the middle of September. But without further ado, let's go over the Essential games you'll be getting access to starting next week on September 6th. Starting off here, man, I used to be such a big racing guy back in the day before I found other games and all that, but we have Need for Speed Heat for PS4. Hustle by day and risk it all at night in Need for Speed Heat, a white knuckle street racer where the lines of the law fade as the sun starts to set. By day, Palm City hosts the Speed Hunter Showdown, a sanctioned competition where you earn bank to customize and upgrade your high-performance cars. At night, ramp up the intensity in illicit street races that build your reputation, getting you access to bigger races and better parts. So I know Need for Speed isn't really the biggest franchise right now, and it's kind of been a little bit of a lull period overall, but the latest one right here, Need for Speed Heat, this has been received very well by a lot of different racers. Like, they really enjoy the game. I hear really good things about it. My homie Tajay put me onto this game, and I did buy it a few months ago. Played it a little bit, seemed pretty cool and everything, so definitely recommend it for you as well, just based off of my little taste of the game itself and what everyone has been saying about this game overall from a community standpoint. With a Metacritic here of 72, you know, that's not the worst score in the world, right? You know, that's all, you know, that's okay. Hey, that's all passing the class, you know what I'm saying? And then I do like the game's like very colorful, vibrant style. Like, I definitely do love that. If y'all know me here on the channel, you know that I love vibrant, punchy, colorful colors in my games and everything. So definitely like that. Need for Speed Heat does have that here. And yeah, there are different rumors percolating up in the gaming streets that there is going to be a new Need for Speed here coming out pretty soon, relatively. And there was supposed to be, I think, a reveal in July, but it didn't happen. So that has to be on the horizon. So if you're looking for a little taste of Need for Speed to get you back into it, you can check out Need for Speed Heat here on PlayStation Plus with your Essential tier subscription. Now, I did enjoy Evo a few weeks back, and we do have another fighting game here that is being added to the PS Plus Essential tier, Granblue Fantasy Versus for PS4. Legendary fighting game studio Arc System Works brings the Granblue Fantasy universe to PlayStation in an action-packed head-to-head fighter. Granblue Fantasy Versus features a colorful cast, each with a unique fighting style. Also includes an RPG mode that features an all-new original story. Play solo or team up with a friend to fight off waves of enemies in thrilling action RPG combat. So I had actually never heard of this game. I have heard of Arc System Works. I know they make a lot of really good fighting games, but have not heard of this one by them specifically, and it came out in 2020, so it wasn't even that long ago. But this game, from an art direction standpoint, from an art style standpoint, looks really cool in my opinion. I love the way some of the effects go when you're pulling off a move in the game. I love the overall art style of the game as well. Like, it looks really beautiful to look at, and I bet it's also really fun to play here with a Metacritic here of 78 for Granblue Fantasy Versus. And yeah, it seems like if you want a really cool fighting game, you know, I'm not sure of its, you know, overall community consensus, not sure what people think about it on the streets, but it looks pretty cool to me, honestly. And if you want to check it out, you can check it out here on PlayStation Plus Essential with any tier PS Plus if you are a subscriber. And lastly, we have a game for PS Plus that is pretty unique, I'd say, and definitely does join a niche game genre of those that like to take photos and have that be the main purveyor of the gameplay, kind of like Pokemon Snap if you ever played that as well. We have Toem here, a photo adventure for PS5. Set off on a delightful expedition and use your photographic eye to uncover mysteries in this hand-drawn adventure game. Chat with quirky characters, solve their problems by snapping neat photos, and make your way through a relaxing relaxing landscape. And so this game is in black and white. It has a very, interesting art style. Not my favorite art style, but definitely does look really cool. I have actually heard a lot about this game from other people in the industry on Twitter, and they definitely seem to enjoy this game and everything. A very calm, relaxing game, nothing too stressful, nothing too crazy, nothing too very hardcore gameplay oriented. It's very much a relaxing game where the main gameplay focus is taking pictures in a very specific way to solve certain problems. And this will be getting our highest Metacritic score here on the batch of games for PS Plus with an 80 on Metacritic. You love to see it. Came out last year in September for PS5. A lot of people enjoyed it, and perhaps you will as well if you want a little nice, relaxing time before we gotta deal with Ragnarok and all that great stuff. So those have been your PS Plus games for the month of September 2022. You'll be getting access to Need for Speed Heat for PS4 and of course playable on PS5, Granblue Fantasy Versus, which is also on PS4 but you can play on PS5, and then Toem, which will be PS5 only. And all of these games will be available next week on September 6th up until October 3rd. And then definitely, like I said before in the intro of the video, there are the other games for extra and premium already out there on the blog, but I will be covering those in a separate video closer to the middle of September. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Down below, what are your thoughts on these games? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Which one are you gonna check out? I might be in Need for Speed Heat this weekend, who knows, we'll see, but probably not, because we got Last of Us Part 1. That's definitely gonna be playing this weekend. And speaking of course, you can check out our Road to Part 1 podcast that is dedicated to any and all things The Last of Us Part 1, from news, lore, reactions, and now we will be doing this week our first impressions on The Last of Us Part 1. You don't want to miss that. Links down below to our Discord, our Twitter, and of course our Anchor link where you can listen to Road to Part 1 and all of our other Road to podcasts on podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. All of it is down there in the description. Like the video if you enjoyed it, as well as subscribe to PlayStation Stories to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.